Hey, Dan Passarelli here. One of the stocks that I have been looking at for a long time, a few years. I've been in a lot of waiting, hurrying up and waiting, as they say. But it kind of popped today, and it's an interesting stock, and there's kind of an interesting story behind it. Let's take a look. So this is MP Materials. They are a rare earths, minerals mining company. And they were a really big one back in the, I think, 50s and 60s. And then China sort of usurped the role as the leading rare earths mineral miners and producers after that, and still are. And the government, for a matter of national security, the U.S. government, as a matter of national security, has been wanting to kind of re-own that, so that the U.S. government is not as reliant on China and maybe other countries. So they reached the U.S. government and MP Materials reached a pact. It's quite a doozy. As you can see, their stock is up a little over 50% today. Was up even more, kind of pulled back, had a volatile day as you would expect. It's an interesting thing. I've been talking to a couple other folks that I know who trade this and invest in this. And one thing that caught my eye that was not one of the main reported things is Benzinga reported that, I mean, first of all, there's going to be, like I said, it's kind of a doozy, a multi-billion-dollar package of investments and long-term commitments that the government will have with MP Materials. MP Materials says this is not a nationalization. It is a thriving, publicly traded company. But on top of that, they're going to construct a new U.S. magnet manufacturing facility, and strong magnets are in a lot of stuff, planes, defense things, automobiles, batteries, and that's really big deal. Wouldn't be commissioned until 2028, so that's still a ways off. And the partnership includes a 10-year price floor agreement, which we need to get some details out of that. And there's still some research to be done on my part and anyone's part who's interested in this. So I assume that price floor is a price floor on product, and a 10-year magnet offtake commitment with the DOD. Kind of like to hear more about that. But here's the thing that really caught my eye. The DOD, Department of Defense, has also agreed to purchase $400 million US dollars in convertible preferred stock and a warrant to buy additional shares. And if you're not familiar with what a warrant is basically like a call option, but a call option that the company itself issues, which positions the DOD to become MP's largest shareholder. The conversion exercise price, well, the conversion price for the preferred stock and the exercise price for the warrant is set at $30.03 a share. Today it's trading at $45.23 a share. And that transaction is set to close tomorrow. Oh man, there's a lot to talk about with this. So this is something that a few months ago I saw an interview with Howard Lutnick, who's in the Trump administration. And one of the things that he wants to do in the administration is to make deals like this where they get equity or they get warrants or preferred stock like this. So as of tomorrow, I don't know what the exercise date is on these things or anything. You know, like I said, there's more research that needs to be done on my part and anyone who's interested. But it could be that the government stays shareholders for a long, long time. And because they're pumping millions of dollars of taxpayer money or borrowed money into this company, that they'd be happy to see the stock price rise, or $400 million times a 50% profit. I mean, they could just sell it tomorrow and just have $200 million. Either way, it is what they call a dilution of shares. When shares are diluted, that means that there's more shares. When you get more shares, when you get more of anything that's priced in the free market, what does that mean? Supply pushes prices down, right? So because the government could theoretically sell it as soon as they're allowed to, based on the exercise date of the warrants and, the preferred stock and such, that, and it's $200 million worth, that could weigh on the price a little bit. Or like I said, they could just keep pumping mine and your money into it, buying it for the Department of Defense, which, I mean, you can make a case for saying that's a very beneficial thing, or you can make a case otherwise, and I don't care what case you make. But either way, the U.S. government has kind of an unlimited checkbook, so it's a pretty interesting thing. Does the preferred stock and warrants give the stock buoyancy, or does it hold the stock down because it dilutes the number of shares outstanding? So we dig in more, we look at it more, and we continue following it. But this is a stock that should be hitting your radar. And by the way, other stocks like TMC, the metals company, and USAR also got a little bit of a boost today from this news as well. Looks like just sort of a sympathy boost because the government actually does have a specific contract with MP, and from what I see, not the other ones. So this is a sector that might remain hot for a bit. Hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart.